All right. Thank you. Chinidu, Adrian Del Rosario, and Ian Bersenas. Thank you so much. Guys, good morning. To all of you who are watching right now, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much, and welcome to our kick-off training 2021 Breaking Barriers. Wow. I've been observing our host kanina pa, talagang grabe ang energy, especially Miko Imson. I'm sure, I'm very positive many of you have learned a lot from Miko Imson. Do you agree? Now, I'm very excited right now. But before that, before I start my topic, I wish everyone, I wish and I pray that all of you are in good health, in good shape, in the right mindset, and in full of positivity. Especially today, right after this, later on, you will be hearing lots of motivations, inspirations, messages, and visions coming from our board of directors. Kaya hang on lang kayo, and I'm very, very sure na you will appreciate lahat ng mangyayari today to our kick-off training 2021. You know, 2021 or 2020, there's so many challenges na nangyayari sa atin lahat. There's so many challenges at masasabi natin na maraming pandemic or whatever challenges those na nangyayari sa atin. But sure, I can assure you, I can give you an assurance that there's so many things that's happening to us right now that we cannot control. But I have good news for you. The good news is there's also things that we can control. And you know kung ano po yun? That's our attitude, our action, our reaction, and our mindset. That's why I entitled my topic right now, as you can see in my slide, the process of breaking crisis mindset. And when we talk about crisis, you have two choices. You can see that as negative or positive, because crisis like challenges. Okay? You can be a victim or you can be a victor. You can be a loser or you can be a winner. It is your choice. Everything starts with a mindset. Mindset is very powerful. And everything starts with the mindset. Do you agree? Pakitype nga dyan, I agree. Mindset. Everything starts with the mindset. Process of breaking crisis, mindset. That's my main topic. And ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Okay? Look at this. I want to focus more and concentrate on 3 words. Reflect, recharge, and reset. 3 powerful words that you can easily connect to what happened to 2020. Why am I discussing 2020? Because many people are questioning, many people are questioning or have some question about, 2020, is this a very, it is not a good year. 2000 was not a good year. But for us, trainers, motivators, we always see positive things in all those challenges. That's why reflect. And we have to reflect. And we say reflect, what do I mean? Let's define about reflection. Reflection, it is a process. It is a process of exploring and examining ourselves. Meaning, everything depends on ourselves, on how we see ourselves. Victim, victor, winner, or loser. The question is, are you a winner or a loser? Are you a victim or are you a victor? It's up to you. But being a positive person, being a distributor here in Empowered Consumerism or Eggplant 2.0, we are all champion, victor, and winner. Okay? What else? I can still remember 2020. 2020. Many challenges. Many people are asking, sir, how can we adapt to these changes? How will we gonna survive? Guys, we cannot control. But always remember that God is always in control. The only thing you have to do is you have to believe in yourself. Okay? Reflection. You have to reflect. Okay? Reflect. Okay, when we talk about reflection, I still remember when I still new in this business, the same thing as an active networker, many of my downlines experiencing discouragements, rejections. Some people, their downlines are promising that they will join the business, promise that they will attend the training, and they never show up. You know what my reflection was? It is okay. It is okay. Because you cannot control. You cannot control your downlines. It's like in nature. We cannot control the calamity. You cannot control the pandemic. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control that. But one thing you can control is our action. So it depends on how you see things. Here in our business, we will not teach you only how to become successful. Because how to become successful, how to become a multi-millionaire is given already here in our business. All you have to do is you have to be in control. And that was my reflection. That was my reflection. It's very easy. It's very easy. Now my reflection was how to be grateful. Number one reflection in my life is how can you survive those crises? 2 words. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful and you have to be thankful. And some people will say, sir, it's very hard to be thankful and to be grateful nowadays because of this calamity or pandemic. That's why we have training right now to remind everyone, grateful. How can you be grateful? You have to learn how to appreciate. Number one, that's what we call time. Can you type it down? Time. We were given so much time. Unlike before, we are very busy building our network. We are very busy building our career. So much home parties, one-on-one presentation, invitation. Some of us will get tired. But I realized, but because of what happened, we have now enough time to be with our family, with our friends. We have now enough time to learn new things. We have enough time to learn how to make PowerPoint presentation, to how to connect via Zoom. That's time. You have to appreciate that we're all given enough time to learn. What else? We were given a chance. This is my reflection. We were given a chance to help a lot of people. Because of this platform, Economy Driver Plan, or Ed Plan 2.0, Empowered Consumerism, I realized that we were able to help a lot of people, students, employees, even you are an employees, you can do this as part-time. We were able to help businessmen, professionals, even OFW. And just imagine, we were able from ordinary consumer to become an entrepreneur, helping business. And lastly, that's why I'm very excited when we talk about help, AIM Global, we will not give you only how to become successful. We have what we call a life foundation. A life foundation, this is the heart of this business. There was a saying that many people were asking us, what is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to help other people. Okay, to help other people. And that becomes our life foundation. Okay? So the highest form of living is giving. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind everyone, we are not just helping other people to become financially free, to have time freedom and financial freedom. We are giving hope to a lot of people. Regardless of your background, your race, your color, your religion, it doesn't matter. We are giving hope. Can you type it down? Hope. What else? Appreciation. Right now, what I realize, we have to appreciate our company. We have to appreciate empowered consumerism. Why? Because we're giving us equal opportunity. Appreciation. You have to appreciate our products, our marketing plan, our mentors, coaches, uplines. We have to appreciate also our downlines, our users, our consumers. You have to appreciate that until now, we have enough food to eat. We are healthy. And lastly, you have to appreciate what? You have to appreciate what? Our health. It's number one. We are in the health products. And after appreciation, time, help other people, and appreciation, I can tell you right now, never give up. Never lose hope. Never give up. Never quit. And never compare yourself to others. You are unique. You are a champion. You have to appreciate yourself. And lastly, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep dreaming. No, keep dreaming, because our action always depends on how we dream. Big dreams, big future. Small dreams, small future. No dreams, no future. Now, My question is this. Right now, kayo ba'y nangangarap pa? You know, ang taong pinakamahirap hindi yung taong walang pera. Ang taong pinakamahirap yung taong walang pangarap. So keep on dreaming. Never lose hope. Never, ever quit. Are you with me? And last, after keeping, it's about you. Everything starts sa'yo. So that word, from time, help, appreciation, never give up, and keep, that is thank you. Right now, I'm very thankful. Okay, here's my slide. Alam nyo, ganyan talaga kapag live. Just imagine, kapag live, ganyan talaga. But I want to show this slide so that you will appreciate everything that I will discuss. Listen to this slide. Look at the slide. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. Do you agree? Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. You have to internalize those words. What else? Let's make it fast. Okay? So again, thank you. Can you type it to your laptop, to your cell phone, the word thank you? Because if you are thankful, you will forget all the challenges, all the crises. And that's the first word, to become. What else? To become. You have to know how to reflect. After the word reflect, what comes next? Recharge. You have to recharge. Like gadgets. When we talk about gadgets, what comes to mind? Cell phone, laptops. Even we have expensive gadgets, top of the line. But if you will always use that, it will drain so fast. The more we use our gadgets, it will drain so fast. And how can you use it again? You have to recharge it. The same thing as human. You know, to tell you honestly, that's why we have kick-off training right now, just to remind everyone, it is not easy. It is not easy to build network. Because if you will build network, there's so many expectations. Many people will reject you. Many people will laugh at you. Many people will promise that they will show up, but they will never show up. And when that happens, what will happen to your emotion? You will be drained. Okay? You will feel anxiety, you will stress. All you have to do is to attend trainings. Trainings like kick-off trainings, company events. It will help you to recharge again. So it's very important to recharge ourselves by attending lots of training. Now, can you still remember every time you are doing this business, you're expecting so much, pay-ins, you're expecting your friends, your family, your prospect that they will show up, and if they did not show up, what will happen to you? You will become affected. Recharge. And one way we're doing right now, this kick-off training is to help you to recharge. We will make you 200%. Your battery, we will make it 100%. And lastly, after the recharge, that's what we call restart. Can you type it? Reset. What is reset? To start again. To start again. Why we have to start again? Why you have to start again? Why we have to restart again? Because building a network needs a lot of courage, needs a lot of energy. Okay, we have to restart again. So restarting, meaning, okay, restart. Do you still remember when you were still first time in doing this business? You're very excited, 100%. The moment you purchase your global package, you are very excited. Your belief is 100%. Your commitment, you're very enthusiastic. Your energy, you're very committed in what you're doing. But as you go along, you are encountering this many rejections, discouragement. What happened to you? You have to bring back, you have to restart your energy, your belief, your commitment, even your attitude. Okay? You have to reset or restart again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't make it complicated. Don't make it complicated. The reason of this training is to remind everyone that this business, this is easy if you know what you're doing. It will only become difficult. It will only become hard if you are not prepared. That's why this 2021, we are preparing you. We are preparing you so that your dreams will come into reality. Do you like that your dreams will come into reality? You have to reset again. You have to think that this is your first day. Always think that this is your first day, because if this is your first day, all the excitement level, all the commitment, and all the energy is within you. Are you with me? So reset and restart again. Never, never forget the basic. Right now, breakthrough. Right now, breaking barriers. We have to adapt changes. But never, never forget the basics. It's easy. And what are the basics? From prospecting, invitation, presentation, closing, follow-up, and goal setting. Ladies and gentlemen, to all of you, we're very excited. I will discuss everything, okay? We're very excited because right now, part of our innovation, right now we will be focusing. We have what we call Easy Talks. Monday to Sunday, we have 3 seminars. 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 7 p.m. for our Easy Talks. And good news, because of because the company's heart is so big, we have also what we call R2S program or Roadmap to Success. It is designed for our international partners in Europe, in Africa, in Middle East, in Asia. We're doing everything to guide you, to help you, to inspire you, to train you, so that your dreams will come into reality. The only question is, are you ready? Can you type it down? If you're ready, type it down. I am ready. Because if you're ready, we are more ready. Just imagine, we are the only company. Start of the year, the board of directors, top management, we're doing everything. We're doing everything just to support everyone. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? We are back up with 14 years experience. But until now, we are consistent. We are consistent in what we are doing. Planning, innovation, updates. Okay? Masarap tulungan ang mga taong gustong magpatulong. Masarap turuan ang mga taong gustong paturo. So just pakita mo na sa amin yan. Just show that to us. And we are very, very much willing to help you and to guide you. Again, umpisa pa lang ito. Abangan niyo po yung mga next na pag-uusapan natin. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Kick-Off Training 2021, Breaking Barriers, More Power, Empowered Consumerism, and Ad Plan 2.0. Power!
Wow! Thank you, Sir Arnel Limpin.
Yes, what a powerful talk, brother.
Yes.
So ibang klase talaga. One of our mentors at talagang tumututok who's guiding us sa training team. Thank you, Sir Arnel Limpin, for your wisdom.
Yes, I'm so happy with the reset. Huh?
Reset, no?
Yes,
Wow.
because, we are on a kickoff, and kickoff is like, it's a reset button. Starting this.
again.
Yes, starting this. It's like a jump start. So, tama na yung holiday mode. Alright? So now, we are back. We are on a reset mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ako naman, what I love most about dun sa sinabi ni Sir Arnel is the reflect. No?
Yeah.
Ikaw, restart, reflect. So, it's not really forgetting what happened to us, the bad things, but forget the bad things, but not the lessons.
Yes.
But not the lessons, because those lessons will, help us prepare for the upcoming challenges or barriers na tinatawag natin. Whether mental barriers, emotional barriers, or physical barriers. Pwede yan. Anyway. Yun!
Ang nakakatuwa lang, no? For all the people who's watching right now, Sir Arnel is guiding us. He's been a mentor. He's been a powerful mentor for me,
Yes.
especially on training and guiding us with our schedules.
Lahat.
Yes, and now we already launched the R2S program. Bro.
Yun, R2S program is soon in the Philippines.
Yes,
no?
so all the students of R2S program all over the world,
Yes.
type in. Okay,
Yes.
type in. I saw Ma'am Helen a while ago.
Helen of
Wait. Sorry. Europe.
Ay, Tita Helen.
Yes.
Tita Helen. Okay.
All right. What else? Sorry.
Ng ilaw, the lights. Okay,
The lights are.
Ayan.
Alright.
Okay. So, what else? Oh, maybe we can greet some of the viewers right now before we continue.
Daming
Dami kasi.
Pasensya na kayo ha sa mga
Isa lang. Kumbaga sinasabi, saglit lang. Ano ba sa Bisaya yung saglit?
kadyot
lang daw. Okay,
Kadyot lang ba, uy?
Isa lang. Kasi nanginginig yung bulsa ko. Oh, my pocket is vibrating because, hey, can you greet us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're so sorry if we're not able to greet you one by one. As you know, we're all over the world right now.
Okay.
Right, so I'd like to greet, who chatted me, Tita, you know this person from Tacloban, Tita Del Castillo.
Yo,
Dr.
Tita Del.
Yes,
How are you,
hello.
Tita Del? Is she back in Tacloban?
Yes, she's back.
Okay. How do you say thank you in Tacloban?
Daghan
Ay,
salamat.
calling Bisaya pala.
Dili mo pa mabalik niya. Oy!
Oy,
Tinigwang kala eh.
And of course, Aim Judah Rufin, reflect. He summarized what Sir Arnel mentioned. Reflect, restart, and reset. You're correct. Okay.
All right. I'd like also to greet Engineer Jerry. He's always watching us and inviting us to his personal exclusive.
My fellow Omonile in Onokwaibe. Okay. There you go.
All right. So now we have another sharer all the way from Bohol.
Uy!
Wow, this is the new normal, brother.
Oh,
This is technology. Even we are here in Manila, we still have a sharer from Bohol. Distance will never be a barrier to share, to be seen, and to be heard.
correct. And sharing his journey for us to learn is no other than
Mr. Bumblebee himself,
Mr. Albert Hasma.
Very remote area of Bohol. This young boy was nurtured to grow to the best possible means his parents could provide through farming. Desired to become priest, he left his family and entered the seminary, graduated cum laude with the degree of Bachelor of Arts, major in philosophy. Fired with lofty ambitions, he decided not to be employed and explored another endeavor. He then discovered a way to make money online. He started to share to his friends, but they rejected and made fun of him. He had been through all the struggles, the betrayals, the rumors, the criticisms, the empty pocket, and all those lonely nights. But he never gave up. He hustled every day. He learned every day from a proven mentor. He did all this even though he felt like quitting. And eventually, he became who he is today.
Give me some space, it's about to go down. Cover your ears, it's about to get loud. It's getting loud. So many years, not enough time. Now I'm throwing stones, spitting blood. I'm spitting blood. Yeah, I set fire to the night. Just to watch it burn. I'll pick your fight and cause a scene. Just to make it hurt, I feel the flame so I can take There's so much I can take. Push too hard, I'm gonna break. Yeah. I set a fire to the night. Just watch it burn. I'll pick a fighting cause a scene. Just make it hurt. I'll feel the flame so I can take it higher. Gonna set a fire to the night.
Now his mission is to duplicate his success and produce more successful entrepreneurs.
Okay, empowered consumers and economy drivers, please welcome Mr. Albert Hasma.
Alright. Hello, sir. Sir Jason and Sir Adrian.
Makabuang yung video mo, bay!
Ano yung sasalita na mo kayo ng chairman, Albert? Ano yung Bisaya?
Clear ba yung audio natin dyan?
Si ano?
Sir Albert?
Yes.
Ayun,
Is my voice clear?
Ayun, bro.
In English naman ako.
Naku,
Talaga.
Bisaya
ako,
ka, Inglesero pala to. Hindi naman pala Bisaya to, sir. English spoken.
How are you?
Yes, I'm fine here. Hello, sir. Thank you so much sa lahat. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Hello po. Alright.
Yan, okay. So, hindi na natin patatagalin to. So, Sir Albert, Upline Albert, the virtual stage is yours.
All right. So, thank you so much, Sir Adrian, and of course, Sir Jason. Okay. So, and first, I would like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to, to inspire and to share my success story to thousands of, empowered consumers all around the globe. So, shout out to all our business partners from different continents, like from Africa, from Europe, from America, right? From Asia, and of course, from the Philippines, right? So most especially to my team, Atomic International. Hello there. How are you? My empire, my team, my extended family, right? So you smash the heart button there if you're from Atomic International. Shout out sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po? Magandang umaga, maayong buntag. All right. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Right. So, yeah. And I would like to congratulate each and every one of us for coming out very, very victorious and very, very strong this last 2020. Right. Congratulations for a very, very productive 2020. And yeah, we know the fact that, 2020 was really, really a challenging year for all of us, was really, really a tough year for all of us. Yeah, considering that there's a pandemic, right? Me personally, honestly, I just finished my, my 14 days home isolation, my quarantine period. And yeah, it was not really easy. It was not really easy. Just like 2 weeks, I was alone in my house. And for sure, every one of us can relate with this, considering that we also experienced last year what we call the lockdown, the quarantine, and everything, right? So, and during my quarantine period here in Bohol, I had so much reflections, and I had so many realizations that came up to my mind, and I want to share this to all of you guys, and I want to focus my sharing based on my experience during this pandemic, because for sure you can also relate with this, since you also experienced, we have the same struggles, we have the same challenges last year, right? So now one of my realizations during this pandemic is this: you will appreciate, or you will know what you have when it's gone. Am I right? So I know most of us here, or everyone, maybe have this nostalgic feeling of all the of the activities, of all the things that we usually did before pandemic, right? And let's accept the fact that the world is totally changing now. Am I right? Let's accept the fact that the world is very, very different because of pandemic. Maybe Paris now is no longer romantic, right? Or maybe how about Disneyland? Maybe Disneyland has no more magic, or even maybe the people in New York and Las Vegas, because I was there a few years ago before pandemic. Maybe people there sleep. Everyone there sleeps, right? So works, or the gyms, malls, movies, etc. Right? Those things are gone now, and let's accept the fact that those normal days, what we call the normal days, are gone now. And you know what, guys? Sometimes I realize that sometimes it's not, according to Sir Arnel a while ago, right? He said that it's not how we spend our time, but it's who you spend with it, right? So during this pandemic, we really appreciate our time to our family, to our family members, to our relatives, and same in our business, right? Yeah, the same in our business. I know for sure you miss those moments. I'm still clear. All right. Same in our business, right? So maybe you also miss those moments, those activities, like attending training in our office, like meeting our leaders, like meeting our prospects, or like attending the events in MOA Arena or Philippine Arena, right? So, and those activities suddenly stop, and honestly, our team found it hard to adjust at first, because we were not yet ready during those times. So that was around March last year. So it really tested our strength, push our boundaries, right? So yeah, it's very, very challenging, but you know what, guys, this pandemic becomes the bridge that leads us to where we are right now, right? Maybe it's awkward to say that because of pandemic we have so many blessings. Maybe it's awkward, but we believe that in every crisis there is really a big opportunity. All right. So now we may not be able to visit our office or our business center office to attend trainings, but we are so blessed, because by just one click we can now attend trainings through video call, like what we are doing right now, right? So, or as leaders and speakers, we may not be able to conduct trainings on the stage or in front of a large crowd, but you know what, guys, because of this pandemic, we are taught on how to talk in front of the screen, like while looking at your PowerPoint presentation, and it's like crazy, right? Like you smile alone, you laugh alone. And but I really love and enjoy doing those kind of activities, and those are the activities that I learned during this. Those are the skills that I learned during this pandemic, right? So we may not be able to meet our leaders, our downlines, but because of this pandemic, we were able to build relationship with from a total stranger to become and we build that person to become a professional network marketer. So we are so grateful because of that, because of empowered consumerism. And it reminds me, when we talk about building relationship through virtual, it reminds me during our Thanksgiving last December, we have this what we call virtual Thanksgiving, and each of us had a glass of wine, right? We drank together and we get drunk together. And you know what? That was one of the most memorable moments, right? During this pandemic. That was, that was really a funny moment for all of us, for the leaders of Atomic International. And, these are some of the positive outcome amidst this pandemic, right? So we build new skills, and we learn on how to be a digital entrepreneur, a leader who can influence, right? Who can transform a total stranger to become a professional network marketer by just merely facing your screen, your laptop, right? So, but guys, I would like to all the viewers out there, I would like to be very honest very honest with you. During the start of pandemic, we tried to adapt online as soon as we could. But we had so many challenges along the way. So many of my leaders told me that to find another source of income, because they thought that we would never survive, considering the nature of our business, like meeting our prospects, meeting our clients. But we tried to regroup our team. We stay loyal to empowered consumerism, and although some were not able to survive, in short, they quit, and some of my leaders transferred to another company, but still we make some adjustments. We create a certain path where we develop ourselves to become a digital entrepreneurs, right? So we learn the culture and the techniques of online marketing, and at first it was not easy. There's a lot of mistake, and honestly, every mistake cost us a lot of money. We had so much trial and error during the, that was around March last year, the start of the pandemic. So there were so many judgments. Some criticize us. There's so much criticisms why we're doing this, why we're doing that. And honestly, some turned us down. They put us down. But you know what, guys? We focus on the positive side, and we consider those things as a constructive criticism. So we made a lot of sacrifices, trial and errors, but you know what, guys? We never gave up. We fight for our dreams, right? We keep on evaluating, and then we adjust, we evaluate, we adjust, we evaluate, we adjust. So me and my directors club, because I have 10 directors club under my team. So we keep on creating a certain path, a certain system where that is very easy and very duplicable, that can be applied to all our leaders, right? So, and after a few months, even if it costs us a lot of money, effort, sacrifices, but here's the thing: we did not quit. We did not fall back, right? We took the risk, and we did not fall back. You get my point? And after a few months, we break our own records. In fact, recently Doc Ed sent us a message during our Thanksgiving, recognizing our team as one of the fastest and growing groups now in empowered consumerism. In fact, in the midst of pandemic, I have so many leaders who bought their cars. And here are, I would like to show some of the pictures here. All right, I would like to show some of the pictures, some of my leaders who bought their cars, and not just cars, but of course, sports cars. Many of my leaders bought their sports car in the midst of pandemic. So, can I show some pictures here? I want to show some pictures here, right? Are we still? Yan! Ayan. All right, it's loaded. Yan! These are some of the top leaders of Atomic International who bought their cars in the midst of pandemic. So sports car, like Junel Cannon, who bought his Ford Mustang, Jomen Mendoza, his GT86, the Genesis Coupe by Jo Marie and Clang from Cagayan de Oro. Next, we also have, Coach Johnny Gara purchased 2 sports cars in the midst of pandemic, the GT86 and the Genesis Coupe. All right, next, we also have, these are my top leaders from Cebu. Before, grabe, pangandoy ra namon eh. Pangarap lang namin to na magka-sports car lahat. But because of empowered consumerism, our dreams turned into reality. All right, not just cars, but some of my leaders, my top leaders are now planning and, building their own house in the midst of pandemic. All right. So yeah, I would like to announce, by the way, this one. This is the latest because this is Bon Bunhayag Jr. and he texted me a while ago and he gave me permit to, to formally announce that his brand new Chevrolet Camaro will be released this coming Monday. Imagine how grateful we are because of empowered consumerism, even in the midst of pandemic. This guy will buy his brand new Chevrolet Camaro and will be released this coming Monday. All right, so next. All right, these are some of the top leaders, not just cars, but some of my top leaders build their their own house in the midst of pandemic. This is Yunel Paderog from Cagayan de Oro City. This is Jomen Mendoza. Right, next. This is next. All right, this is the one in the right side. That's Coach Edmond Hora, who just purchased his brand new house on lot. Coach Paul Manatad in the left side, right? So next. All right, so that's it. All right, so now, you know what, guys? And a lot of my leaders, not just cars, not just sports cars, not just, not just houses, but in fact, a lot of my leaders got their first million check in the midst of pandemic. So that's normal. Honestly, in our team, we got some of my top leaders got their first million in just 3 months time to 6 months time. And that's normal for us. It's abnormal if you will earn 1 million pesos in 2 years in empowered consumerism, because the normal way is around 3 to 6 months time, right? And in fact, just recently, our team created an average of 10 to 12 millionaires per month. Again, our team created an average of 10 to 12 millionaires per month, right? So aside from that, before, there were only 8 of us who became part of the top 500 of empowered consumerism. But recently, there are around 86 from our team who are now part of the top 500, and 8 of them are now part of the top 20 last quarter. So me personally, I'm so grateful with empowered consumerism because in the midst of pandemic, my greatest achievement during this pandemic is we were able to buy another investment. We were able to buy another property here in Bohol, an 8-figure worth of property, right? So that's, to be exact, that's around 14 million pesos. That's around 14 million pesos worth of property, and we paid it cash on the spot. Imagine we are so grateful because of this, because of empowered consumerism in the midst of pandemic, right? Who would have ever thought that an ordinary guy like me who lived in Bohol, right? Who lived in Bohol can purchase that kind of property, a 14 million pesos worth of property, right? So now, again, I'm sharing this to you, not to brag our result, but of course to give us hope that there is a big opportunity amidst this pandemic. And of course, for you to realize that before we achieve this this kind of result, we also had a lot of struggles. And I want you to be aware that you too may fail at some point in your business, in our business. You too you will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something, right? So you will be rejected by your clients, by your prospects, or you will be misconceived as scammers, right? You will be blocked by Facebook. So you are really a real online marketer if you experience blocked by Facebook, right? So you will lose a lot of friends. And hey, name it all, I've been there. But take note. I'm telling you, look at me now. To all the viewers out there, look at me now. You should embrace the challenges. Why? Because it's inevitable. It's unavoidable. It's part of it's part of our success. It's part of the journey, right? You should understand the fact that that not everyone is supposed to like you. Or meaning, we should understand the fact that not everyone is supposed to support in our business. Do you get my point? You should understand that not everyone is celebrating on your success, that not everyone is cheering on your success. And that's life. And that's life. You should accept that. Because even in the Bible, David would have never become the king without Goliath. Do you get my point? Or even Jesus Christ would have never risen from the dead and brought us salvation without Judas betraying him. Do you get my point? So that's life. That's life. That even if how good you are to them, even if how beautiful or how that you offer a good business to them, but still they can find negative comments about you. You are a scammer or anything or everything what they say, because of they are there are a lot of people who will go against your principle in life, and that's normal. Why? Because some enemies are designed as part of our destiny. Now the question here, can we control them? Of course not. All right, so stop allowing other people to to control you. So because according to Sir Miko a while ago, we can control ourselves, right? As the saying goes, we cannot control the storm from coming, but we can prepare for it. Am I right? So likewise in our life, we cannot control how someone else behaves, but we can control how to react. So just keep running your race. Focus on your dreams, not bothered by who's not celebrating or cheering on your success. So just focus, just keep running. Even when the world says give up, you get back up. Why? Because there is God who is willing to back us up. All right? Even if we are not on the same roof today, even if we are far from each other, but for sure, we share the same dreams. Am I right? We share the same vision. We share the same mission. And that mission is to help other people become successful. So dream your wildest dream in life, whatever how hard it is, whatever how difficult it is. Just say it's possible. Why? Because we have the best company. We have the best company, Empowered Consumerism. And me, my family, and my team, Atomic International, are so grateful because of EC, because we were able to survive the challenging 2020. We sailed our team through rough waters, right? And we coming out very, very victorious, very, very strong. So with that, I would like to say thank you to my team, Atomic International, my mentors, my sponsor, Christopher Gubapak, my coaches, Elni and Annette Tare, all right? So from Bohol, and of course, I would like to grab this opportunity to say thank you to all our board of directors, Doc Ed, Sir John, right? The VP, Sir Georgian, Sir Arnel, the whole management of Empowered Consumerism. All right. Thank you so much for, for actively remaining operational and continue to, supporting our EC community, like to manage essential services like the products. And most especially the, our commission, the payout, right? So thank you so much, everyone. Again, this is Albert Jasma, and for sure, 2021 is our year. To God be the glory. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yes! Amen!
Daghan na salamat.
Ano yung malaki? How do you say big?
Daghan.
Daghan. Big result. Thank you for your for being an inspiration, Albert.
I'll
Grabe,
teach you something, Sir Adrian. You say, buang.
Uy.
Nakakabuang yung results
buang,
niya.
okay.
Oh.
Truly, no? In spite of the challenges, no? Barriers din yun, no? Diba?
Yes.
Barriers, what's happening around the globe, no? They were able to thrive because of all the building relationship, and because of this platform, your Empowered Consumerism or EdPlan 2.0.
Actually, the more of the comments that are the people are watching, they had many things saying, never give up, never give up, never give up, never give up. I
Agree.
like that. Agree.
Ayun. Okay, so to continue, brother. Eto, no, so from breaking internal barriers, diba? Internal barriers, and also how to break barriers using process. This time, it's gonna be more deeper. We have the ingredients, if I may say, bro. Yan.
Perfect.
Okay, and our resource speaker is no other than known as
Mr. Encyclopedia.
Ay, nako, luma na yan. That's old way. Mr. Google.
Google. Pinalo si Google.
Practically, he doesn't know everything, but knows a lot of things. No, pwedeng itanong lahat. You can ask him anything.
Especially in this business, bro.
Okay. Now, let's hear it from, brother, no less than our Vice President for Business Development, Sir Jurgen Gonzalez.
All right. Thank you very much to our dear hosts, of course, Adrian and Jason, and of course to our co-speakers for tonight, beginning with Miko. What a wonderful topic he had. And it was really, really full of substance and learning, together with our Vice President, Arnel. And tonight is more than just the tradition of Alliance in Motion or Empowered Consumerism, because normally, one of the most important events of the year, we start with our kickoff training. But more importantly, other than just the tradition, this actually sets the direction of our company together with the network and, of course, the leaders for the whole year. That's why it's very vital for you leaders to actually gather your groups and, make them attend this kind of event every year, beginning of the year, because, again, this actually sets the direction of the year. But more importantly, this is our vision, all right? This is your action plan. And, at the end of the year, you can actually say that I have broken barriers. Last year, our topic was about indomitable spirit or having an indomitable spirit. And, as I've said, it's not just about giving you direction, but more importantly, taking action about our theme. Because themes are actually set for us to have a direction and take actions. So today or tonight, my sharing would be about the formula in terms of breaking barriers, because there are very, very important ingredients for everyone to be able to break barriers, or in layman's, we call it about shattering or breaking the glass. Because more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people have these self-imposed limitations. And if you're a truly achiever, ladies and gentlemen, it is important that every year, you try to break your own records. Not only about your income, could be probably about your relationship. You want to take your relationship to a different level. It could be your career advancement. Or it could be about breaking barriers in terms of your business or how far you have gone. But we have to take in consideration how people actually break barriers. And tonight, I'd be sharing with you what I've learned over the last 20 years that I've been involved in this industry about the 4 key ingredients of breaking barriers that everyone actually can do. Breaking barriers is not about magic, or it's not just about being great. There are actually people all over the world who have applied important formulas for them to be able to break those barriers. And everyone, practically you and I, can actually use this formula to break our own barriers. Again, it's just not about breaking barriers in terms of your income, breaking barriers about your career advancement. It could be applied to every particular areas in our lives. That's why it is very easy to memorize, ladies and gentlemen. The number 1, key ingredients. These are very, very important. It's like trying to bake a cake, where you gather these ingredients and you try to, of course, apply the principles in baking a successful cake. But that doesn't mean that it's just about the ingredients. It's about the skills, of course, of gathering and using these ingredients to actually come up with a very, very good cake. And number 1, of course, among these ingredients, there must be a preparation. What I mean by preparation is that the hard work of building capabilities cannot be ignored. If you want to break barriers, ladies and gentlemen, you must take time to really build your capabilities, your talents, and your skills. Breaking barriers doesn't happen overnight. To become successful, success is measured not in miles or doing some big things. To become successful, ladies and gentlemen, as they say, success is measured in inches. It's doing small things every day that, are vital for your ultimate success towards the end. So it's very important that there must be preparation. And for all those people you have seen who have broken records, whether it's in sports, whether in their personal lives, whether in their career, whether in business, or even in our industry, you must be able to see these people. You have seen these people prepare. Took so many time for them to prepare to build their skills, to build their capabilities. No one ever become great overnight. You know, for some people, they think that success is overnight. I've seen, or I've read this story about one successful person in FB, and he said, you know, success is overnight and 40 years. All right? Meaning, his overnight success apparently took him 40 years to become an overnight success. You could see Joseph Lim, you could see Roy Zaldua, you could see, of course, Albert Jasma and all other sharers become successful. But behind the scene, ladies and gentlemen, it took them a lot of time to prepare. So I'd like to tell you that, you know, before you even break barriers, it is important to actually take time to prepare, to build your capabilities. So that's why sometimes if you ask yourself, why aren't you getting anything in terms of your results? Let me tell you where you are right now. Probably you are still in the beginning, or you are still in the preparation stage. That's why you should never, ever get discouraged. People take a lot of time to prepare. People take a lot of time to build their capabilities. And actually, if you measure success, you know, success could be overnight, but it takes years to become prepared for your own success. Number two key ingredient, it's not just about building the capabilities. It's about having the right character, because character plays a very, very important role. It's not just about having the right skills. We saw a lot of people, we see a lot of distributors around us. You know, they're good in speaking, they're good in building their network, they're very good in terms of prospecting, presenting, closing, and all these skills. But sometimes it's not just a matter of skills. It's important that you must have the right character, the integrity and values. Values like commitment, belief, determination, of course, vision, compassion, and everything. Those are put into action on a daily basis by the person who seeks to surmount barriers, allows a person to deal effectively with the resistance that is inevitable. So I'd like to highlight the last part where it says, effectively deal. Can you imagine? Effectively deal with the resistance which is inevitable. So which means if you are trying to break barriers, again, in the beginning, I've said if you're a real achiever, you know, you have to break barriers. You cannot just be an average distributor. If you want to become an icon in this industry, if you want to become really big in this industry, you know, you have to achieve and you have to break barriers every year. Whether, you know, in every areas of your life, it doesn't matter. But the important thing to remember is that when you try to break barriers, there is, and you can never prevent this, resistance, and it's inevitable. Resistance probably from people around you, resistance probably from things that you cannot control, like, you know, what we are dealing with right now, the pandemic all over the world. And the whole world is facing this, you know, pandemic, this dilemma, this crisis, and no one is excused to this. But it's a matter of our character playing the right role in terms of dealing with this pandemic, because a lot of people, you know, with this pandemic became a blessing to them. We've seen a lot of our distributors here where, you know, during the pandemic, it was the time they broke their first million. It was the time they bought their machines or their cars, their big cars. Like in the group of Albert, he was saying earlier that some of his downlines this year are going to, you know, break barriers by buying not just ordinary cars, but, you know, muscle cars, sports cars. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there are people who are becoming successful in the midst of this pandemic and there are people who are not, it's not because of the circumstances around us. Like what Miko said, it's about our internal power, and that is our character. Next is that, of course, as other than preparation, other than having the right character, it is important that a barrier breaker, all right, if you want to become a barrier breaker, all right, you must have something special, something extraordinary to offer, such as probably a talent, a perspective, or probably a special skills that provide real benefits. What I'm saying here is that if you want to break barriers, ladies and gentlemen, you can never be an average person. Because an average person doesn't get, you know, extraordinary result. If you're an average person, probably you take action in the average way of doing things. If you're an average person, probably your mindset is for average person. And if you are thinking, ladies and gentlemen, in an average way of thinking, if you are taking actions in terms of average way of taking action, don't expect that you will get extraordinary results, or don't expect to break barriers. Because if you're an average person, you normally get average result or even under average result. So you must develop yourself into something that is extraordinary. Probably you can work harder than the rest. Probably you can, develop these specialized skills in network marketing where, a lot of people are really good in building their network. So that's why they build their capabilities in network building in terms of their skills. So what is very, very important is that you set your mind that you have to be extraordinary, because barrier breakers are not average people. Those who have broken the first million in AIM Global or Empowered Consumerism or in our Ed Plan 2.0, believe me, they are no ordinary distributors. What I'm saying is they started ordinary, but they developed themselves into someone who is extraordinary now. And by applying all these formulas, I'm telling you, you can also be a barrier breaker this year and in the next years to come. Number 4, very important ingredient. I will summarize: preparation, character, of course, offer something that is extraordinary or special. And number 4, ladies and gentlemen, opportunity must exist. There must be an opportunity where you can break a particular barrier. Of course, if you are prepared. If, let's say, you have the right attitude, you have the right character, you are playing the right role, and not only that, let's say, you have something very important to offer, real benefits and perspective. It could probably be about your talent or your skills. But if there is no opportunity that exists to break any barriers, then your preparation is useless. Then your character is useless. So there must be an opportunity that exists. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone, for us to better understand how this formula and how you could use these 4 key ingredients in terms of breaking any barriers you want to set, or any barriers that there are in your way, probably your self-imposed limitations, probably about your confidence, your personality, probably about your relationship with other people. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some people who were able to break some barriers. Let's look in sports. For example, we have Jackie Robinson, the first African-American in 1942 who broke the so-called color barrier. Why there is such a barrier or a color barrier at that time? Because, ladies and gentlemen, in American baseball, before 1947, the only people who are allowed to play baseball are the white Americans. Well, we all know for a fact that there was, racial discrimination at that time in the U.S. And so, the African American were considered second-class citizens. And some of them were actually, during the 1800s, 1700s in the U.S., they were actually slaves. And this kind of culture in the States actually, transpired even in the early 21st century. So in their national sports, which is American baseball, African Americans are not allowed to actually play. But in 1947, a young man in the name of Jackie Robinson broke the so-called color barrier. And what did he do, ladies and gentlemen, to break this barrier? Number 1, he was prepared. When we say he was prepared, he worked hard to develop his skills. He knew he could never be like those white American baseball players. He knew that he had to have an extraordinary capability. And that's why he prepared himself so much that he dedicated so much time to develop his skills in terms of running and stealing some base, because we have these 4 bases in American baseball. So he developed skills over a period of time. And, by applying this formula, ladies and gentlemen, he broke the so-called color barrier. And not only that, being the first African-American to ever play, it was, of course, obvious. It was, of course, expected that he will be, facing a lot of shunning, facing a lot of resistance from a lot of people, including the players, including some coaches, including some
baseball owners themselves, and of course, he took a lot of resistance and shunnings from insults of his fans, or the fans of baseball for that matter. And so his character played a lot of role. He was not only fast in stealing bases, but he had this character, ladies and gentlemen, a depth of character to resist the shunning of other players and the barrage. Can you imagine? Not simple insults, but barrage. When you say barrage, a lot of insults coming from different sources. And ladies and gentlemen, he had something to offer. The third formula, the third key ingredient in this formula. What is that? He had a wonderful ability to put on a dramatic display every time he stole a base. What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, he was not boring. When he was trying to steal some base, he put on a dramatic display where the fans got excited. It was something that, unique to the game, because it was so dramatic when he tried to steal some games, like creating some excitement and suspense all over the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was something unique from him. It was something that is special for him. And the fourth key ingredient in this formula is, of course, there was an opportunity. Opportunity existed when the team owner, all right, of Brooklyn Dodgers, ladies and gentlemen, offered him the chance to play as the first African-American baseball player in the U.S. So there was an opportunity for him, but let me tell you this. Even if there was the opportunity, but he was not ready, I don't think that the team owner will ever choose him. So my challenge to everyone is that, there's a lot of opportunity around, especially in empowered consumerism, in our ed plan or economy driver plan. There exists a lot of opportunity in your own team with the power of your mentor, uplines, and of course your sponsors. But the challenge is, are you ready? Next, let's see the life of another barrier breaker in the form or in the name of Mr. Chuck Yeager. Chuck Yeager is the first person, the first test pilot, all right, in the history to ever break the so-called sound barrier. Sound barrier means, he flew an airplane, he flew a jet plane that can fly faster than the speed of sound. Can you imagine what is the speed of sound, like I'm talking to you right now, and how fast the sound is when it reaches your ears? When I talk, it reaches your ears. How fast is that? Let me tell you. By figure, sound, the speed of sound is about 1,235 kilometers per hour. So let's try to imagine this for the people who are driving. I drive cars, and sometimes when I go to, our national highway here or our expressway here, I drive about 120 kilometers per hour. Or if I know that there's no radar or there's no people looking at the speed, probably I could go to a maximum of about 140 to 150 kilometers per hour. And you can just feel the enormous strength of the machine, of the engine at 150 kilometers per hour. That's already so fast. Some Formula 1 drivers, they drive their cars like 300 kilometers per hour. If you ever ride, let's say, a Jumbo or let's say a Boeing or a jet engine, that could run or that could fly about 400 kilometers per hour. But at 1,200 kilometers per hour, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of potential danger can happen to you. But in 1947, this wonderful guy, Mr. Chuck Yeager, broke the sound barrier. And how did he do that? By applying the formula that I've just discussed with you. Number one, he was prepared. He was relentless, ladies and gentlemen, relentless quest for improvement into level of skills that earned him the top test assignments. He developed skills over a period of time where he knew that he could be chosen as the top test pilot. Because at the time, if you try to break some barriers, especially with the sound barrier, they chose pilots who are assigned to actually, we call test pilots, or they test some kind of airplane engines, machines, and everything. And Mr. Yeager made sure that he was prepared for that assignment. And not only that, he was not only prepared, he had this character, ladies and gentlemen. He demonstrated an extraordinary capacity to remain calm and focused in stressful situations. Because can you imagine if you try to, again, drive a car, or probably, ride an airplane or test an airplane, and you will reach up to about 500 to 1,000 kilometers per hour. Can you imagine all the shaking, the turbulence, all this resistance, and all these potential dangers that you are about to face? But Mr. Yeager, what he did was he was known to remain calm. He was known to remain focused in stressful situation. And this stressful situation is not only applicable in, trying to break the sound barrier. Every one of us faces a lot of stressful situation every day. And probably one of the most stressful situation we ever face is, of course, having to live in our generation with this pandemic. But it's a matter of being calm and at the same time being focused, because we can practice grace under pressure. And for a lot of people, we actually think better if we are calm, if we are focused, and we are under grace. So Mr. Yeager had this kind of character. That's why he was the one who first broke the sound barrier. And number 3, he had something to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, he possessed extraordinary commitment to one thing. He just did the work. He never complained. Of course, taking big risk, he was afraid, he had this fear, but he focused on just doing the work. He never complained. And most of us, when we try to, break our own records, accomplish some things, or probably achieve some things, we got overwhelmed with a lot of these distractions. And I think that is one among the topics of Mr. Miko Imson earlier about these distractions. And if we want to, really focus on getting what we want, one of the most important things is that we just try to do the work in front of us and never try to be intimidated of what's going to happen. And of course, number 4 formula is that there's an opportunity for him to break the sound barrier, which means he was selected to fly the rocket-powered Bell XS-1 because of his outstanding flying skills. He had these wonderful flying skills. Again, there was an opportunity. No one ever broke the sound barrier. And he had these skills. He had this wonderful character. And he was ready for it. That's it. 4 key ingredients rolled into one. The guy was ready. He broke the sound barrier. Last, of course, we try to look at the life of one of the most successful businessmen in the whole world in the form of course, Mr. Sam Walton. Mr. Sam Walton was an American businessman, best known as founding the retailers Walmart and Sam's Club in the U.S. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, Walmart Stores Incorporated grew to be the world's largest corporation by revenue. Can you imagine the world's in terms of magnitude? It was not just an ordinary corporation or company. He built Walmart as the largest corporation by revenue, and as one of the biggest private employer in the whole world. He broke that barrier just by having a discount store we call Walmart or Sam's Club. And how did he do that? By applying the 4 key ingredients and knowing the formula we are discussing tonight. And that formula, ladies and gentlemen, well, in 1962, he started by borrowing $20,000 from his father-in-law. All right? He started Walmart in 1962. But after 12 years, in 1974, he had about 78 stores. And his competitors have about 851 stores. We call it Sears in the US. And Kmart at that time was the largest retail store, which has about 1,326 stores. But, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. By, 2004, he had about 4,400 retail stores all over the US and a revenue of about $250 billion in 2004. Right now, let me tell you the current statistics. There are over 11,000 Walmart stores right now in the whole United States. And their revenue is about $476 billion every year. Coming from just one store, and he borrowed the capital of about $20,000 US. How did he do that? Number one ingredient, preparation. He had a great passion for learning. You know what did he do? He was not a retailer. What he did was he go to these other stores, learned everything there, and applied every strategy he could in his small store. He was prepared. Number two, he had this character. His resourcefulness was his ultimate resource. For a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, their complaint is, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough, skills. I don't belong to the right group. I don't have the right prospect and everything. You are always looking for the resources outside of you. But let me tell you this. The ultimate resource is your emotion. Because your ultimate resource would be your creativity, your innovative spirit, your compassion, your determination, and your indomitable spirit. And number three key ingredient is he had something to offer. What do I mean by something to offer? He was great. He was a great project entrepreneur in retail chain industry, because at the time, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of big stores are putting up their businesses in big cities. But what Mr. Sam Walton did was he created these stores, all right, and made it available to small cities so that he could reach to small consumers. And it was something special that only him could offer at the time. That's why he grew so big. And of course, number four, opportunity existed. How did the opportunity existed for this guy? He borrowed $20,000 to put up a Ben Franklin variety store. Ben Franklin at this time was a known franchise store. And from there, he developed his skills. He developed his retail skills. And then he grew big. So what I'm saying is that, again, some of you probably would borrow your 15 accounts, your 7 accounts, your 3 accounts. And from there, you could grow your business in AIM Global or Empowered Consumerism. The important thing is you must know how to maximize the available opportunities around you. So we have 3 very important examples. Jack Robinson, Chuck Yeager, and of course, Sam Walton. Now, let me ask you, how about you? Okay, it's your turn. How about you? What barrier would you want to break? All right, probably you want to break, you could be the first self-made millionaire in your family. Probably you want to be the first, person to ever own a car in your family. Probably you want to earn your first million. It's a barrier you want to break. Probably you want to be the wealthiest person in your community or whatever. Or probably it could be a personal barrier in forms of fear, doubt, in the form of self-sabotage attitudes, in terms of, let's say, limitations, in terms of low self-esteem and everything. And again, how do you break these barriers? Let's just apply the 4 basic key ingredients. Number 1, the formula to break barriers, preparation. Whatever it is you want to break, whether it's about your income, it's about, the poverty in your family that runs in your family, or probably it's about your first million, or probably it's about your self-confidence, your self-esteem, or whatever. It's important to take note of this very important key ingredient. Number 1, prepare. By why? By what? By how? Practice, patience, and persevere. Practice a lot. If you're not getting your goal yet, it's okay. Practice a lot and be patient. Because it takes time to really master a particular skills. And you have to practice a lot until such time that particular skills become a part of your nervous system. Sometimes we give up easily and we never internalize that particular skill because we don't persevere. So it's important, ladies and gentlemen, that you persevere until such time that something, ladies and gentlemen, will become just a second nature to you or innate to you. When we say innate, it becomes a part of your nervous system. Number 2 ingredient, of course, your character plays a lot of role in this business. If you want to become successful, really break some barriers, the most important character you must have, other than determination, other than commitment, other than hard work, and all these things, is your indomitable spirit, which happens to be our theme last year, because you will never be able to really break some glass ceiling. You will never be able to really break some barriers if you do not have that strength of character. It's not just about having the right skills. It's also having the emotional stamina to really break those barriers. Number 3 key ingredient, something to offer. You must possess something extraordinary, and you can become extraordinary by putting in the extra amount of effort, by putting in the extra amount of time to develop yourself. Again, do not be just an average distributor, because if you think like an average distributor, you will get an average result. What you need to do is develop yourself, your character, both internally and externally, to be able to possess something extraordinary. You work hard on being extraordinary, I'm telling you, you will get extraordinary results in this business. And last, opportunity must of course exist. Even if you are prepared, even if you all have these skills and everything, even if you are able to enhance and craft your character, and even if you have something to offer, if there is no opportunity around you, you'll never be able to apply, or you'll never be able to really break barriers. So what I mean by opportunity must exist, well, opportunity can come in the form of your upline. When your upline probably is looking for someone to develop as his great downline one day, or someone to develop as a great leader. The question is, are you ready to rise to the occasion? Why would your upline choose you from a lot of people in his downlines if you don't have something special to offer? So you must rise to the occasion. You must really shine when the opportunity exists, where your upline is really looking for someone to develop and to really dedicate his time, put in the right commitment. Are you the leader or the downline who's ready for that? Opportunity could come in the form of your uplines or your team, where the team is really looking for direction. The team is looking for a leader. It could be your time to shine. Because sometimes, the most important thing in your group is having a sense of direction, and probably your downlines are looking for a sense of direction, a vision, a path that they can actually follow. And again, you must rise to the occasion when this kind of opportunity exists. You must be there, and you must be ready in the first place. Sometimes, my challenge to each and every one of you is that how many good opportunities have come into your way, but you were never able to maximize them simply because you were not ready and you did not rise to the occasion. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd like to challenge each and every one of you. Do not let 2021 pass without you really maximizing and grabbing the opportunity where you have the chance to rise to the occasion. Never miss the chance, because 2021 is going to be a year where we will be able to break some barriers. But my challenge to you is, are you ready? So if you are, type in your comment section, I am ready. I am ready. Type in your comment section, not just I am ready. Put in a lot of exclamation point, because exclamation point means you are claiming that you are ready. So do it now in the comment section. Those of you who will be doing that, typing that I am ready, I'm telling you, you will be breaking records this year. But those who will never type, you know what's going to happen to you. So that's why I'm telling you, type it now. You miss this chance, I will never ask again. I will ask again that kind of, action next year. So do it right now. Do it right now, because next year I will never be asking you, are you ready? This is the right opportunity, the best opportunity to claim and claim in the entire universe. Shout in the entire universe that you are ready, because if you are ready, I have good news for you. The entire universe will conspire to make it happen for you. And, in this program, all right, they keep telling that, stretching matters. So I'm telling you guys, do not miss a lot of opportunities come your way. Today is 2021. We had about what? 370 or 350 days, because there are 365. And today is January 15. We still have about 350 days to go. And make every day count for you to be able to break barriers this year. So in retrospect, ladies and gentlemen, in summary, there are 4 key ingredients, very important key ingredients. And as I've said, it's not just a matter of having the right ingredients. You must be able to use them correctly. Because in baking a cake, it's just not a matter of gathering the right ingredients. It's also a matter of knowing how to mix them up, what is the right timing, and how you really love what you're doing. So key ingredients for preparation, character, offer something special, and there must be an opportunity that exists. Ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you will break a lot of barriers this year. I'm excited for you. We are excited in Empowered Consumerism. We're excited for EdPlan 2.0. We are excited in the whole industry. We will break barriers this year. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to each and every one of you. Power and God bless you.